Now on News 19 this morning, much needed rain
expected to continue today. We're going to have an update on when you need your umbrella as kids head back to class. Plus, a new study finds a college degree doesn't level wage gaps among minorities.
And guilty, that was the verdict given to the man accused of shooting a USC student. The details of his sentencing next on News 19 this morning.
From the station that's on your side, you're watching News 19 this morning.
All right, students, you may want to wait to wear those new kicks or bring another pair of shoes for that walk home. Meteorologist Efren Afonte is tracking rain that is expected to move through parts of the Midlands a little bit later in the day. He has your bus stop forecast coming up. Very good Tuesday morning to you, and thanks for staying with News 19 this morning. I'm Lionel Moyes.
And I'm Ashley Isbicki. It is now 6:30. We'll get you a forecast coming up, but first, your top story this morning.
Yeah, an emotional scene in the courtroom last night as USC student Martha Childress learned the fate of her shooter. This morning, we now know that Michael Juan Smith will spend 40 years in state prison for that shooting that left her paralyzed. The trial lasted 6 days. The jury of 11 women and 1 man took just about an hour or a little bit more than that to return that guilty verdict.
Smith's sentence includes 30 years for attempted murder and 2 separate consecutive 5-year sentences on weapons-related charges. He will get credit for the 674 days he's already served, but after his state prison time, he will have to serve a 10-year federal sentence for the weapons charges.
Now, Smith initially was not supposed to testify in his trial, but in a reversal, he took the witness stand just hours before the jury got the case. That testimony, though, did not sway jurors. You can see this full story on WLTX.com.
Now, the Midlands' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Efren Afonte.
Well, overnight last night, all throughout the Midlands, a little bit of light shower activity, but all since gone. Here in Columbia, we're sitting at 76 degrees. A little bit of cloud coverage is in place. Winds are calm, a dew point at 72. So not only is it mild, but it is muggy. All throughout the Midlands, temperatures are sitting at 76 in Lexington, 72 in Winsboro, Newberry at 68, out in Bitchfield, 75, Camden sitting at 73 degrees. Kids, Lexington 4, welcome to your first day in school. The rest of the kids, welcome to your second day of school. Bring the rain gear. You might see a sprinkler or two as you head out to the bus stop this morning, but you are definitely going to need the rain gear later on today. As planning out hour by hour, we could see some sprinkles all in Columbia throughout the morning. 80 degrees by 10 o'clock, 83 by 11. And then as we get into the midday and early afternoon, we may see a peak of sunshine or two. That'll be replaced by the chance of showers and storms. 88 by 4 o'clock, 85 by evening rush hour. So something we're going to be watching very carefully because that is going to be an issue for rush hour later on this afternoon. As far as rush hour now, let's beat the traffic as you head out the door. Make sure the roads are clear. Right now, I-26 westbound over a mile marker 104. This is over at Piney Grove. Traffic is picking up considerably on the westbound side, or rather on the eastbound side, but no accidents on the interstate. We still do have a working accident with injuries. This is going to be on Grand Fork Road, Highway 76, an accident with injuries right over by PBJ Pub and Grill. And then down into Lexington, still a slow go on South Lake Drive heading north onto Sunset Boulevard heading eastbound. Coming from Lakebury to William Bryce Stadium, 21 minutes. And from the airport to downtown, a 16-minute commute. Again, keep in mind that schools are in effect. Police is in full force, so make sure you're watching as you're driving through the school zones throughout the morning and all week starting right now. Lionel, Ashley.
All right, Efren, thank you so much. Here's some of your top headlines from USA Today. Authorities in Thailand say they're getting closer to determining who was behind a massive bombing in the country's capital. More than a dozen people were killed, including several tourists, after a pipe bomb exploded inside of a renowned Bangkok shrine. This happened yesterday. Officials do believe the attack was aimed at destroying the country's vital tourism industry.
The email saga dogging Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign continues to intensify. In a court filing yesterday, the State Department revealed more than 300 emails on Clinton's private account have been flagged out of concerns they may contain classified information. The FBI is currently investigating whether the Democratic presidential candidate sent or received classified information on an unsecure system during her time as Secretary of State, a claim she, of course, is denying.
And for the first time in more than 6 decades, 2 women have earned elite Army Ranger status. The pair were among a group of 19 women who started the grueling Ranger course back in April. They'll be graduating this Friday alongside 94 men after meeting all of the standards.
Well, this is a story that's really going viral at our sister station, King 5 in Washington State. In South Seattle, a routine traffic stop ended with police delivering a baby. This was around 3:45 Sunday morning. A car was seen speeding, running red lights. When officers pulled the driver over, they got certainly more than they expected. The driver jumped out and said his wife was in labor. So the officer did call an ambulance, but the couple's baby was beating medics to the scene. Additional officers did get there as the couple's baby girl was born. Police say the baby gave a full-throated cry as she arrived into the world, but then had really difficulty breathing. With the help of the child's mother, the officer cleared the baby's airway and got the baby breathing again. Certainly some quick action, and it's certainly a good thing that the officer did pull over the driver. Well, in your money headlines this morning, eating at Chipotle is about to get more expensive. Beef prices soaring nearly 11% in the past year. That's forcing the restaurant chain to raise prices of steak and its beef by 30 cents per entree.
Yeah, we keep seeing issues with either food at Chipotle or the prices going up. Remember, there was a shortage of things.
Right. I don't know if it was the pork. Oh,
I think it was the pork. There was a shortage of pork that met their standards that also led to price increases as well.
Now we're seeing the prices of beef, but this is something that really affects the food industry nationwide.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
we'll still go to Chipotle.
You are still Team Chipotle. Hey, I love all of that food, regardless.
Most definitely. All right, 6:36 is your time. From spending more for food, we're going to save you a little money this morning. We're protecting your tech on a dime.
Money Man Matt Granite has a life-proof steal.
Great to be with you today. Intern Amy to help me show you a deal where you can stream your audio inside and out. It's rugged, it's waterproof, I don't know, let's show them, Amy. Let's show them a song which deserves to be smashed. Give it a go.
I say I'm too late. Got nothing in my brain.
Oh, God.
People say, that's what people say.
Works perfectly, right?
Definitely works.
Take a look. I want to show you why we're excited. Obviously, it's rugged, it's water resistant, it's high quality. The sound is great. And you can stream your tunes, whether it's the new Beats Radio, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. The price, not only lower than anything you'll find anywhere else. It's usually $80, extremely well reviewed. I found it for $29.99 with free Prime shipping. Now, I've posted the deal to WLTX.com. Intern Amy, what are your thoughts?
I like it. It's a good back-to-school gift, or by the pool you could use this.
Why by the pool?
Because you smashed it in water.
Happy savings, back to you.
I'm
happy that we're saving, but how dare you smash Taylor Swift?
I'm slightly offended, Matt Granite. I love T. Swift.
You're on our list today, Matt Granite.
I'm probably still going to be buying that product, though. All right, well, school is back in session for another district in the Midlands. We have a quick safety lesson for drivers in less than 3 minutes.
We're definitely looking at the chance for showers and storms later on today that could continue into the overnight. I'll show you your family forecast coming up right after the break.
Well, this morning it is back to class for students in the Midlands. 16 districts kicked off the school year yesterday. Today, it is back to school for Lexington District 4. Tomorrow, more back to school for kids in Lexington 2, Lexington, Richland 5, and Richland 2.
Yeah, authorities are reminding you, please be on the lookout for kids. Drivers should not be passing stop school buses. And of course, please slow down and follow the speed limits in the school zones as well. Well, on a lighter note, many of you sent us your back to school pictures. To see all of them, just go to our website, WLTX.com. Once you're there, you can scroll toward the bottom of the page to see our galleries. And again, we've been getting so many cool photos from your kids returning to school. Hopefully the weather will be kind of cool for them this morning, Efren. Maybe not so much in the afternoon.
We hope so, because you see a lot of those kids, I mean, new clothes, new shoes, new jackets, and we don't want to mess that up. And there was a little bit of rain overnight last night into this morning, but pretty much on satellite and radar, all we have right now is a little bit of cloud coverage in place. A lot of the shower activity has quickly died off into the early morning hours. So a lot of the roadways could be wet, as well as into the bus stop areas. Right now, though, Maxstorm Doppler radar is cleared. No rain at all is falling, at least within the Midlands. As temperatures are starting off 72 degrees in Aiken, 75 in Orangeburg, Winsboro at 72, Lexington is at 76, Columbia is at 75. Now, highs today will be in the upper 80s. Some of us could actually see temperatures in the low 90s. And the kids, well, back to school, it's either your first or second day. Well, I'm going to give today a grade C because after school, when you get out of class, 88 degrees, but we do have a chance for an isolated shower or a storm. But that ramps up as we get throughout the day because we are expecting a decent chance of showers and storms later on this afternoon into this evening with a high of 88 degrees. Then some of that could be lingering into the late evening and overnight hours. A low of 74 degrees is all of our lows pretty much in the lower to perhaps even middle 70s. And the rain chances will continue, unfortunately, into tomorrow with a high of 90 degrees, 92 on Thursday, 93 on Friday. Rain chances will start to diminish, but with a cold front coming through on Friday, we could see more showers developing into Friday and into Saturday. Now, again, when we get to beat the traffic, we also have to keep in mind that a lot of the kids are back to school, so watch the school zones. Right now, we're taking a look at the traffic at I-26 westbound over mile marker 104. Traffic is picking up considerably on the eastbound side. Westbound's clear. No accidents on this part of the interstate. If you are traveling, though, on the Sumter Highway, crossing over I-77, a little bit of a slow go as you get to Shannon and 5 Points. We still have a working accident with injuries. This is going to be on Dutch Fork Road, right by the PB&J Pub and Grill in between Twin Gates and Marina Road. An accident with injuries there. We're looking at Village, Sand Hill, downtown, 28 minutes, and then from 277 downtown, an 11-minute commute. I'll be watching the roads all throughout the morning, Lionel.
All right, Efren, thank you so much. We'll still ahead on News 19 this morning. Protection for those who protect us. The order Governor Haley is now issuing for our state's National Guard armories, bases, and also recruitment centers. We're going to bring you those details ahead. But first, could your success in college have a lot to do with your race or after college? Well, a new study is taking a look at what people are getting paid. We'll bring you those findings next on News 19 this morning.
Welcome back. A new study suggesting white and Asian college grads do much better without college, while college grad Hispanics and blacks do proportionately worse.
Yeah, this morning, News 19 Sonia Gutierrez has a closer look.
The biggest accomplishment was to be so young and to be able to be in that environment and be accepted and have my ideas listened to.
As a sophomore in college, Brianna Trusty already has an impressive resume.
Just to actually come out on top, like I'm one of the people who landed the internship, they were really excited and really proud about that.
She just came back from an internship with the Latina magazine in New York. There, she had the rare opportunity to publish her work.
In most internships, you're getting coffee or taking phone calls, and so to be able to actually not only be in the meeting with all of the editors, but to be able to pitch your own ideas was really exciting.
For Brianna, a bachelor's in broadcast journalism means she'll be able to do what she loves and create a good quality of life with a better wage. But a recent study by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis suggests that for African American and Latino college graduates, that's not always the case.
For most of America's population, the wage premium from a college degree has gone up over time. For African American and Latino populations, it seems to have gone down during this period, which was frankly a very surprising result.
Bill Hawk is an associate professor of economics with USC. He says the biggest takeaway from the study is that a college degree does not automatically boost your earnings. The study shows the median income of white college graduates grew by 13% more than their non-college counterparts. Asian graduates saw their earnings grow by 31%. Meanwhile, Latinos and black college graduates saw their wages fall by as much as 12%. Columbia Urban League President James McLaughlin has worked on the issue of wage disparities for years.
I think one of the recommendations I would make in leveling the playing field and reducing the income disparity gap among minorities, but specifically Hispanics and African Americans as compared with whites and Asians, is that we got to have more internship opportunities for students in higher education.
McLaughlin says it's very important minorities are majoring in science, technology, engineering, and math courses, which lead to higher paying jobs.
There are many jobs available that are paying decent salaries and incomes, but many college graduates don't have the background for those opportunities. So
Sonia Gutierrez, News 19 WLTX.
All right, Sonia, thank you so much. Well, Governor Nikki Haley is now handing down an executive order to protect those who protect us. We'll have that story and more next in your Midlands Rundown.
I'm Charlie Rose. Coming up, California is sinking how the drought is causing some areas to drop a foot a year, plus the cost to fix it. That's coming up on CBS This Morning.
On your side, you're watching News 19 WLTX.
A very good morning and thanks for sticking with News 19 this morning. It is now 6:55. Let's get right to your Midlands rundown.
Governor Haley has ordered armed guards to protect our state's National Guard armories, bases, and recruitment centers. The executive order comes after attacks in Tennessee where 5 service members were killed. The order allows Adjutant General Robert Livingston to activate Guard members as needed. That's to protect the facilities and also adding other security measures. The order also calls for local police departments to work with SLED to speed concealed weapons permits, and that's for requests from Guard members. SLED will also train Guard members to protect South Carolina's 70 armories, bases, and recruitment centers.
Thursday, presidential hopeful Bobby Jindal will campaign in the upstate. He'll be taking part in a town hall at Winthrop University, sponsored by Senator Tim Scott. That's at 6 p.m.
And looking at the Democratic presidential candidates, Bernie Sanders will be in Columbia on Friday. He'll be speaking at the Medallion Center on Garner's Ferry at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday, he'll be at the Sumter Civic Center at 11 and then head to Orangeburg that afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Happening today, presidential candidate Willie Wilson is set to meet with Columbia businessmen and ministers in an effort to win South Carolina votes. This morning at 10, he'll meet with stakeholders to talk about major issues important to South Carolinians. That's at the law offices of Mickle and Bass on Richland Street in Columbia. Also this morning, we are expected to learn more about the forestry's economic impact in our state. The announcement set for 10:30 at the Forestry Summit. That's at the Harbison State Environmental Education Center off Broad River Road in Columbia. The summit is from 9 to 3 today.
And a big announcement for Fort Jackson today. Board members of the Army Association will announce plans to build a Centennial Park on the fort. The announcement will be at 2 o'clock at the First Responder and Military Service Members Memorial at the Convention Center. Fort Jackson marked its 100th anniversary in 2017. And Columbia City Council meets again tonight. One of the items on their agenda, a request from the Columbia Police Department to purchase weapon magazines and accessories. That meeting is set for 6 o'clock tonight at City Hall.
And today is your last chance to enjoy Toucan Tuesdays at Riverbank Zoo. All summer, the zoo has been offering buy one, get one.
News 19 at 11. All right, let's check in with Efren now to see how the roads are shaping up this Tuesday morning. Hey, Efren.
Well, Lionel, right now we only have one accident that is not on the interstate. The interstates are clear, but there's still a working accident. This is going to be on Dutch Fork Road, Highway 76 in between Twin Gates and Marina Road. This is going to be right across the street from the PBJ's Pub and Grill. So be aware this is an accident with injuries. It's been there now ongoing for almost 2 hours. Outside of that, beat the traffic map. You still have a slow-go going southbound on 321 coming out of I-77 heading towards Pine Ridge, and the Charleston Highway a little bit slow-go as you enter into I-77. 321 coming out of Casey. You still have a slow-go around Airport Road. Lexington Highway as you come across both interstates, not too bad as you head to West Columbia. Then, of course, as you come across Garner's Ferry to Divine Street through Shandon and 5 Points into downtown, the traffic conditions are not too bad. We'll be watching very carefully because some of the roads could still be a little bit wet as a lot of the shower activity has already moved off. We could see another sprinkle as we go throughout the morning, but basically dealing with a lot of cloud coverage. And with the cloud coverage, temperatures are rather warm. 76 degrees right now in Lexington, 72 in Winnsboro, down to Manning, 73 degrees. We're expecting highs today in the high 80s to some of us possibly hitting 90 degrees. And kids, when you get out of school today, it's only going to be a grade C because a chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm as we are looking at the temperature to be around 88 degrees for a high today. The showers and storms will continue into tomorrow and into parts of Thursday as highs get into the low 90s once again. And we'll be watching it very carefully throughout the week.
All right, Efren, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. CBS This Morning is next. We'll be back in 25 minutes with your headlines.